Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, my dear friend, Secretary General Abul Gate, ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to be with you to further strengthen our partnership with the League of Arab States. The region and the world face trials and tests on all fronts, starting with Gaza. Nothing justifies the atrocious October 7 terror attacks by Hamas, but nothing justifies the collective punishment of the Palestinian people. We need a permanent ceasefire now. The unconditional release of all hostages now. And the free flow of humanitarian aid ending the blockade now. I am alarmed by reported plans by Israel to expand ground operations and more. And I emphasize that the United Nations will not participate in any so-called aid operation that does not adhere to international law and humanitarian principles of humanity, impartiality, independence and neutrality. And I reiterate my appeal for the urgent and full support of UNRWA's work, including financial support. We reject the repeated displacement of the Gaza population, and we obviously reject any question of forced displacement outside of Gaza. We must also stay focused on the terrible situation in the occupied West Bank. Let's be clear, annexation is illegal, settlements are illegal. Only a two-state solution can deliver sustainable peace. Israel and Palestine living side by side in peace and security, with Jerusalem as the capital of both states, in line with UN resolutions, international law, and previous agreements. The high-level conference in June, co-chaired by France and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, is an important opportunity. The world, the region, and most of all the people of Palestine and Israel cannot afford to watch the two-state solution disappear before our eyes. The goal has never been more imperative, but unfortunately, it also looks more distant. The international community has an enormous responsibility in this decisive moment. Excellencies, in Lebanon, Security Council Resolution 1701 is unequivocal. Sovereignty and territorial integrity of Lebanon must be respected, and the government of Lebanon must have control over all Lebanese territory. And I welcome the stated commitment by Lebanese officials to ensure a state monopoly over weapons. I also encourage continued progress on reforms as well as efforts to deploy the Lebanese armed forces to southern Lebanon with the support of UNIFIL. In Syria, sovereignty, independence, unity and territorial integrity are critical. And we must firmly support an inclusive Syrian-led and Syrian-owned political process based on the key principles of Security Council Resolution 2254, a process that safeguards the rights and participation of all Syrians, regardless of ethnicity and religion, and ensures their protection. This is the pathway to a peaceful, independent and democratic future and an economic revival as sanctions are removed. Excellencies, Highnesses, in Yemen, Houthi attacks in the Red Sea have significantly damaged the regional and global economies. I welcome the announcement made by the Sultanate of Oman on 6 May that the United States and the Houthis would cease hostilities. The trajectory of violence must cease as we work for a negotiated Yemeni-led political settlement. UN staff and others that were arbitrarily arrested must be released. And in Sudan, renewed and coordinated multilateral engagement is crucial to help stem appalling violence, famine, and mass displacement. And I'm very grateful to the Arab League and to the AU for the excellent coordination meeting that we managed to have yesterday. And I commend the efforts of the League of Arab States to strengthen multilateral coordination. In Somalia, unity and inclusive dialogue are imperative. The assistance of Somalia's partners will be essential in the fight against Al-Shabaab and strengthening peace and security in the country. That is why I put forward a recommendation to the Security Council to enable predictable and sustainable financing for the African Union support and stabilization mission in Somalia. In Libya, we are actively engaging with national and international actors to end the confrontation between armed groups, to preserve the independence of key oversight institutions, to address the obstacles preventing national elections, and set the course for long-term stability and prosperity in line with the Libyan people's needs and aspirations. And once again, the League of Arab States is a vital partner in these efforts. Finally, here in Baghdad, I want to recognize and commend the progress Iraq has made since restoration of sovereignty in 2004, strengthening institutions, resolving disputes through dialogue, providing humanitarian assistance, and fostering sustainable development and human rights. And I sincerely hope that all pending issues will find a just solution by dialogue. The United Nations Assistance Mission in Iraq has accompanied the country on this path, and we are working to ensure the successful delivery of its residual mandate and an orderly drawdown by 31 December 2025. We are committed to continue supporting the government and people of Iraq towards a peaceful, democratic, and prosperous future. Highnesses, Excellencies, despite the enormous challenges, let us draw lessons and hope from here in Baghdad. Working in unity and solidarity, we can help resolve conflicts and build a future of peace and prosperity. That is the shared goal of the League of Arab States and the United Nations, and I look forward to continue to deepen our partnership together. Shukran.